Fala galerinha do YouTube, muito boa noite. Aqui quem fala é Renato jogando com mais um vídeo de Genshin Impact. Vamos continuar da onde a gente parou do último vídeo.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
So, yes, they did. But don't be too... He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the...
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and...
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He's still... If you ask me, I'd say he's... Though he looks fierce on the outside.
I don't really get it.
Thank you, Granny, for...
Yes, you needn't worry.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved. As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny...
Do you need our help?
No. Go on ahead. Besides, once Ito is oh, yes. He does whatever he puts his mind to. Back when I took him in, everyone thought... But I've never been ashamed of this name. Because Ito is my...
A long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home. The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Esse é persistente. Conseguimos concluir a missão dele. Legal. Fechamos a missão no Oni. Nosso amigo. Nosso amigo Oni. Esqueci o nome dele. Não, o parcelito.
Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abbot.
Vou fazer o tradicional aqui. Encaixamos. Vou pegar aqui. Pegar os dois diários. Ver se a gente aumenta o nosso... Quantos que temos dele? Temos 5 já. Não precisa aumentar nada. Agora vamos ver o que nos resta de missão. Cadê? Acho que eu. Ai. Vou fazer a missão do Arconte. Tem que fazer o capítulo da Imperatrix. Ah, nossa amiguinha. Bom, começamos o dela agora. Vocês não entenderam? Vão entender agora. Missão História é daí, tá?
Ad
Missão
Astra
Arconte.
Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
The Traveler would be the most suitable
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are well, let me go over it briefly.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. Good. Then you can.
Is the Tenryu Commission
Yes. And they are already taking action. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu. You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been
Relax. We'll be back before you can.
São transientes.
The sacred Sakura is in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru's.
Bom, tá aqui já é uma altura boa.
Narukami, please.
Illusion shattered!
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
There is no escape!
Don't be scared!
Everybody stand back!
Illusion shattered!
Silence! Huh.
There is no escape! Let's light it up!
You play! You're up!
Be sanctified.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler! You can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Oi.
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryu Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them! That was
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking,
Makes sense. You must get super.
might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and their duty was to tear open a passage through space with... So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe, but an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Com... Oh yeah, after we've dealt with... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage! Let's follow it. It
Siga o
should be
vestígio
this way.
deixado para trás.
Illusion shattered! There is no escape! We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the... What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Essa é a vantagem.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, we will defend Inazuma until our... You don't know? Inazuma is beasts, and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace of...
But look, none of that seems to be going on.
Not right now. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But
Don't worry, I'm right here.
it's... the Shogun? You're back! Please, we beg you. You have to help us. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can...
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could...
What? But how? Just moments. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with...
Hey, calm down.
Huh. I think I understand. All my... Yes. Thank you. Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify an entity formed with strong filth. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will...
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. Yes. Inazuma... The disaster in Inazuma caused me great... But my friend... I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it...
So... Inazuma was attacked?
Indeed. I never had the chance to see her once, but even then...
Hey...
Yes. For all my martial might was in vain. But... when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Beleza. Vamos chegando aqui para investigar mais. Já que a gente tá aqui, né? Não precisa nada.
Illusion shattered!
The tides beckon.
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Let's light it up!
Don't be scared!
Bow your head.
Já a gente tá aqui, né? Continue seguindo os vestígios. Tá.
As expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Toma. 6.500. 6.576, ó.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and...
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation, I must be prepared for anything.
Ah, makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land?
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Yeah.
I see. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun... People flee, but me...
Conversa pra caralho.
The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about just listening to her stories. One thing she always said. So you see, as bleak as...
Perhaps.
It won't be long now before... But I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe is over. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Can't see a tea...
Really? But it's always been right by my... I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging.
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I can't decide whether it's a...
Ela
Should we
vai
go
morrer,
to
não
find a
sabe.
tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now. But at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much. And it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate?
Eu vou ter que cuidar de um bando de gente que faleceu. Eu tenho que explicar tudo o que aconteceu.
It's the Traveler! And the almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, he may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views.
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world, they are when you came charging in now.
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger ambition. Makoto was more concerned.
That's,
To put it simply, I didn't understand it. I suppose what it comes down to. Yes, it does. But in the last analysis...
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my but now...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude.
It's all good, sir.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama.
Luz purificadora, isso aí vai ser longe. Tá, a gente vai fazer o seguinte, eu vou fechar o vídeo por aqui. No próximo a gente continua. E aí a gente segura. A gente continua essa missão aqui pra poder entender o que ela tá fazendo pra poder proteger esse local, né?